Hello and welcome everyone. How we all doing? Time for something a little bit different today. This is not a normal DSP stream. This is more of a cursory glance into a Paypig of DSPs, right? This will be brief. I want to start this video off by saying this is all in jest and in good fun. I am in no way saying that you should go and harass this individual or any other individual for that matter. I don't want that. I'm not advocating for that. I am here only to educate and laugh at. If I wouldn't really call that harassing. I'm not going to go and bother this person. I'm just sitting back and looking at evidence that's available freely, publicly, online. This stuff was not hidden away. This is not private information that no one can find. This is all public information. But yeah, so I just want to start it out with that. As possibly the only DSP detractor that is also a furry, I feel like maybe I should cover this, so that's why I'm doing this little video here. But as we have seen from past DSP fans, some of them are furries. And there's nothing wrong with that per se, obviously. The furry community is a very large community, and it's not surprising to find out that some of them might be a little slower on the uptake than others. I mean, just look at the Sonic fan community. Most people in the Sonic fan community are slower. I mean, you could look at Chris Chan, obviously, but you got like a lot of people that really get into Sonic, and they're really, you know what I mean? Like a little too far gone there, right? Any community, you're going to have good people, you're going to have bad people, and it's not like, oh, this community is better than other communities. Like, every community, you're going to have good eggs and bad eggs, right? You're going to have smart people, dumb people. There are furries out there that, like, are literally, like, really fucking smart. Doctors, scientists, they're everywhere. People you would have no idea that are furries. Because, like, I've been to some of the furry conventions, no, furry conventions are not sex related. They're not safe for work. It's literally just people getting together, selling artwork, wearing fursuits, that kind of stuff. So it's not like a not safe for work thing. You know, it's like, I know there's like rumors because no one actually knows what goes on there apparently. But you would be surprised how many normal seeming people are actually into furries or are furries, right? The doctor, the dentist that helped extract some of your teeth the other day, the business person on the subway that you locked eyes with randomly. Like, it's just, we're all over the place, right? There's nothing wrong or bad specifically about being a furry per se. All right. I do apologize ahead of time. I don't know. I feel like my voice sounds a little different today for some reason. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's just my imagination. But anyway, as I was going back, so like obviously we had that Anonymous, right? He was famous, a pretty well known DSP Paypig. I don't know if he was a whale, but he did give DSP money, obviously, and then he tried to pretend, oh, I was a detractor all along, and then he kept going back, because we all know the pattern of, like you've seen with Iron Chef Shikai, like you try to DSP will invariably piss off one of his fans. His fans will, the fan will then leave for a while, come to the detractor side, but that pignosis, the hypnosis that Phil does. And I don't mean that literally. DSP Phil loves to think that we're literally saying that Phil is mind controlling these people. No, but the way that Phil talks is very much cult-like mentality. The way he talks is like a cult leader would talk. He's indoctrinating these people into them. And then they don't understand. They don't understand, like when they leave him, it's like there's this pull to go back to him. Like, I think Scientology kind of does the same kind of thing, you know what I mean? It's just like they feel lost without him for some fucking reason. Because again, he's like a cult leader, you know? So obviously you see some Paypigs, like, they will go back to him after leaving him. No matter how many times he ends up pissing them off, because he will, and he definitely will, say something fucking stupid or just treat them like utter shit like he always does, because he's constantly abusing them, right? But anyway, so I am here to talk about Darziac, who is another Paypig of Phil's, and a mod for Phil, or at least he was at one point. I'm not sure if he still is. I'm pretty sure he still is. Gives Phil a lot of money and also was kind of hand-holding Phil through the whole tech department in terms of when he was, when Phil was trying to, like, set up his new PCs. I know Darziac was giving him a lot of hints and hand-holding him because DSP's a fucking idiot and doesn't know what the hell he's doing, right? And again, this is not really meant to harass or bully anyone. This is just me sitting back and kind of going over the online public available information about a guy who is publicly known online, and just laughing a little bit. That's all. I don't hate Darziac. I don't know Darziac. We have seen so much of Phil, and Phil spends 99.9% of his life online, that we essentially, if you've been watching Phil for any long period of time, you know what kind of person Phil is. You do. I can't say the same for any of DSP's Paypigs. I don't understand why they choose to give Phil money, but I can't speak to the character of these people. Except for maybe fucking Derek, because we've seen the heinous shit that he's posted online. But I did reach out to Darziac to see if he wanted to, like, just come online and just do, like, a collab, and I could ask him some genuine questions, non-harassment questions, just, like, ask him why he's a DSP fan, how he found out about DSP, you know, that kind of general stuff. I wasn't going to grill him, wasn't going to make fun of him, none of that. Obviously, he did refuse, and that's no big deal, that's his right, whatever, but I did try to reach out. And he was civil enough when I asked him. He was polite and everything like that. No problem. So again, this is not so much me grilling a guy. This is not me harassing the guy. I have nothing against the guy. This is just, I feel that in the DSP detractor sphere, not a lot of detractors know much about furries. And I am seeing a lot of misinformation about furries being spread ever since like Darziac was kind of in the limelight a little bit. Now like his F list that we're probably going to be going over soon in this video was public at one point, and a lot of detractors went over that. And some people think that Darziac is like identifies as a dragon, even though that's not really a furry thing. Furries don't really identify as their persona. That's just a character they create. So it's like, I wanted to clear the air on some of that kind of stuff. As, again, probably the only DSP detractor that is also a furry. Please let me know if there are others that are furries, because I don't know. Also, wasn't there another DSP Paypig that was also a furry that, like, streams himself? He also streams on Twitch. But I can't remember what the fuck his name was, though. Oh, well. But yeah, so some of them are furries. Not a big a deal. But, again, people were talking about Darziac, and I don't seem to think some people really don't understand what furries are that properly. And I wanted to go over the F list, so this would just be like a short-ish video about that. And Darziac is on screen here. This is Darziac. He is a red dragon. Apparently, that's his persona. Now, I guess I should start out with this. Furries create a OC, their own original character that is called a persona. And that character represents them, but that does not mean that they identify as a furry. I don't identify as a fox, and I'm assuming this person does not identify as an actual dragon. There is a term for that kind of stuff, and that is usually called otherkin or therian. So a therian or otherkin actually identifies as their species, be it a dog, cat, dragon, bird, whatever, they actually identify as it. So those types of people, I guess, would be like, if you want to simplify it, would be like, oh, they're trans species, I guess you could say. But no one calls them that. They call them otherkin or therians, Therian. Within the furry community, that's what they're called. It's otherkins or therians. And they're a smaller minority within the furry community. They're not a majority. Most people in the furry community probably aren't that. They know they're human, that they identify as human. They just like to dress up as their character if they have a fursuit, and not all of them do have a fursuit. You don't have to have a fursuit in order to be a furry. I don't have a fursuit, but I'm still a furry because I enjoy the art, and I have a character, which is a fox, obviously. So I just wanted to put that out there, that like I've seen some people saying, oh, Darziac, you mean the dragon, the guy who thinks he's a dragon? He doesn't think he's a dragon, and he doesn't identify as a dragon, I'm assuming. I have not seen anything on his profiles or pages that mention that he is a therian or otherkin. So I am going based on the information I have that he is just a furry. Or as we in the furry community, because like it's called the furry community, but that also involves dragons, lizards, reptiles, anything that's a reptile, snake, anything that does not have actual fur, including birds and stuff. They don't actually have furs, but they're still technically a part of the furry community. And those are kind of called like, so lizards or anything that has scales would be called a scaly. Instead of a furry, it's a scaly. I don't like the name either, honestly, but I didn't come up with it. But it's still part of the furry community. There's no difference. It's like furry is just like a catch-all name, I guess, for the community itself. And it is a big community. Like, you go to these conventions, thousands and thousands of people are going there. So it's a growing big community, I will say that. But I wanted to show you Fur Affinity. Guys, this is Fur Affinity. Actually, hold on one second. I don't want to show anything too damning. 1 second. Maybe I shouldn't. Hold on. I just got to check something. Yeah, okay. All right, we're back. So this is Fur Affinity. I do have an account, but I am not signed into my account because I do not want to show what my account is. And also, I am not signed into my account because this is showing all safe for work stuff. This is the front page of Fur Affinity, and this is showing non-porn related stuff. I don't want to accidentally show something that is not safe for work on this video. I don't want to have to edit this later, okay? So I am not showing that. But this is just the front page of Fur Affinity, which is one of the older and most well-known art posting furry sites. You can see here just randomly just a bunch of like some cool characters from hundreds of thousands of users, different different degrees in art quality. You got some that are really cool, some that are not so good. I'm not really one to talk because my art isn't all that great. I mean, I'm trying to get better at it. But you got like some art that's like really fucking good and like genuinely pretty impressive. And then you got some art that's like stupid. But anyway, like whatever that is. But anyway, so this is Fur Affinity and it has more. It has like images, it has stories and poetry. Even people who make music post music on here. And obviously for suits that people make, they post on here. So it's like a wide catch-all site for anything creative in the furry community, right? And again, thankfully, I'm not logged in because if I was, the safe for work filter would not be on, and then you would see stuff that I shouldn't be posting on YouTube. Yeah, so. But we are here because of Darziac, right? And a detractor of some sort, I don't know who did, but some detractor ended up finding Darziac's F list, which I will talk about in a little bit. I'll explain what F list is in a little bit. But basically it also gave the link to his public websites or accounts. So it has his Deviant account, his Fur Affinity account, his Twitter account, that kind of stuff. Which is all public. None of this is hidden. None of this is private. Anyone with a link or the name. Because I could literally go here without having a link and search up Darziac and it would show that. Yeah. So you would find it easily, you know? All right. But yeah, let's go to his page. This is actually a really cute color. I like the color scheme on that. I might save that just to see what the character itself is later. Because again, the art is really cute. And this isn't just a fetish thing. Like the art is genuinely really good. And I really love the community's like creativity when it comes to this. Like they are creating all sorts of different characters. Still that, but yeah, like different characters, different creatures, different species. It's all very creative in the way people express themselves. They will create a character themselves and create art for it, create stories for it, that kind of stuff. But we're here to talk about Darziac. This is Darziac. He is a red dragon, apparently. His persona is a red dragon. I want to make that clear. He himself is not a red dragon. His character or his persona is a red dragon. Right? Gotta clarify that. Actually, let me switch to a larger. Hold on. I forgot to set that up. Probably just do. All right, so I'll do this page, this scene, because it'll be easier to see stuff. All right, so this is Darziac's page on Fur Affinity, his gallery page. He is labeled himself as a photographer, so none of the artwork we are going to be seeing here is art that he himself has drawn. This is all assuming he's still a photographer. This is all art that he paid people to draw, which is a big thing in the furry artwork community. You'll pay people commissions to draw your character for them. That's kind of like a normal thing people do, right? All right, so this is his contact info. You can check his stream and all public information, his YouTube channel, all that shit, right? So obviously you got the red dragon. This artwork here is actually kind of cute. I will give him that. He found some cute artists to do his character sometimes. But and this is all safe for work stuff. I will say, when I was logged into my account and checking his page out, there is not safe for work stuff that is on this page, which I cannot show any of you, obviously. But I will let you know there are not for work art that is on this page. Just letting you know. Yeah. So, just showing some artwork that he has had people make. All art of varying quality. What is this? Let me see. I've been a fan of Warframe for many years and finally decided to get my main boy Excalibur done. I never played Warframe, so I'm not sure what that is, but I guess it's a character from that. But yeah, so like he has some of his art done as more of like a humanized humanoid shaped dragon. Then you have the normal dragon. Then you have this art style from that one game, which I forgot the name of. So it's just general stuff. Obviously, I can't show you any of the more negative stuff of varying qualities of art. I guess this is some of his actual photography. Let me see if I can find some more of his actual photography. Oh, I guess not. There's not a whole lot of art on here. Let me check his scraps. That's just reference pages. I am not going to check favorites because I do not want to. Well, I mean, I am logged out, so it shouldn't, but some of his journals. These are from a year ago and 2 years ago. So when was the last time anything was uploaded to this site? Oh, okay. Christmas 2024. So, like, obviously, he just uses this website as a place to upload art that he has had commissioned of his character. It seems like he only has one photo that he himself has taken or created. I don't know where any of his other photography is because I would like to see what some of his other art photos look like. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty decent picture. I'm not gonna lie. Looks nice for like a photo, I guess. I mean, composition's pretty good. But mostly it seems that this is just his site to upload commission artwork. When was this uploaded? This was 2 months ago, so it goes from 2024, late 2024. So like it varies in time and length. Obviously, we're getting older the more we go back, because again, I mean, some people get like a shitload of commissions drawn for them. It all costs money, obviously. So I mean, it's all based on the individual's budget or whatever. But yeah, so it's just a collection of his artwork here. Nothing too private, nothing too egregious that I can show you. Because again, there were some pretty not safe for work things in here. I just can't show you any of them. But if you have an account and you are curious, you could sign into your account and just search his name up here and you could find it. Or if you want, you can go to DeviantArt. His DeviantArt is also available, which also has shit. So if you have an account on DeviantArt or on Fur Affinity, you can go and find some of, I don't know why you would want to, but you could go and find some of his not safe for work commissions. But that's not why we're here, is it? What's that? The Excalibur, we can close that. Close that. We are here for his F list, which he did close down. He did delete it after it was discovered by whoever it was that was, whoever the detractor was that originally found it. he did close this down. So an F list is a site. It's a site, I guess. I don't have one. So it's just a fucking site. I don't really understand the purpose of it, I guess. If I was to guess, my suspicion is this is a thing for art role playing, right? This isn't like, oh, because I put this on here as my favorite, or yes, that means I'm absolutely going to do this in real life type of thing. I always thought of this site, because I have heard about it before, as more of a thing for, in the furry community, there is a lot of role playing between people and the characters, right? So for Darziac, he has his red dragon character persona, and a lot of furries love to role play. This is done usually via text, wherever you're communicating on Discord, Telegram, even on Twitter. I've seen people doing it sometimes, back and forth as just like, you know, ooh woo and role playing via text usually, right? And from my understanding, the site here is just, it gives you every single fetish you could ever imagine, and then you organize it into what you're okay role playing about and what you're not okay role playing about. So if Darziac wanted to role play with friend X over here, right? Imaginary friend X that doesn't exist. He would then, in theory, send friend X this link, and friend X would be like, oh, okay, you like randomly, you like macrophilia. Okay. I don't want to click on any of these because I don't know what's actually going to happen if I click on it. But okay, you like macrophilia, which is a fetish for giants, like giantess women that are like really, really tall, or not just women, but guys, women, like giant people, right? Varying heights, just like, oh, you can have a skyscraper shaped person, and that's a fetish for someone, right? That's what macrophilia is, I think. Some of these I don't even know what the fuck they are, but I think I know that one. So it's like, oh, okay, so that friend X will see, okay, you like macrophilia. Okay, well, I like macrophilia. Now I know what we have in common, and now I can play with Darziac and roleplay back and forth about macrophilia. Yay! Right? This doesn't mean Darziac is out there day and night as a sex fiend doing all this shit in real life. Not to mention the fact that most of this shit is not possible to do in real life, because that's what fantasy is, right? Like, fantasy plays a huge part in being a furry. I'm not defending the guy. I am just saying there was some confusion about furries, and furries in general love their fantasy. Half of furry characters are fantasy to begin with. So it's like they love fantasy scenarios that can't exist in real life. So obviously it makes sense then that they're going to have fetishes or kinks or things they just enjoy doing or talking about. Obviously they can't do it. They enjoy talking about or role-playing scenarios that can't happen in real life. Like body swapping is one of them. You can't swap to different people's bodies in real life, right? I would hope not. Like vor, I think I've seen on it. Yeah, soft vor. You can't vor other people. So it's like, obviously this is a huge amount of fantasy putting into it, but a lot of furries are into fantasy scenarios given their characters and everything, right? 1 second. Sorry, I had to burp. I'm drinking the Dr. Peps over here. The Dr. Pepper. Hey, it's making my burp a little bit. I don't know what that voice was, but all right. So I wanted to clear the air with that. that like just because he has all this shit listed here doesn't mean he's a huge sex pest like Derek and is actively doing the things on here that are possible to do in real life. Because like I said, half of the shit you can't even do in real life anyway. But even the shit that you can do in real life, that doesn't necessarily mean he's out there doing all that shit in real life. It just means like that's things that he maybe likes to roleplay about, or maybe he likes looking at illustrations about, or pictures, videos, like that kind of things. It doesn't necessarily mean he's like doing it. You know what I mean? So I wanted to clear that, but let's just go over some of the ones that he likes to do. Okay, it's like obviously you got the favorite, and these are the ones that like he's super into. And then yes, there's things that's like, okay, yeah, he likes it. And then maybe it's like, eh. So let's see. Obviously he likes anal stuff. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna talk about this in a straight face. Obviously I'm not gonna go over everything. I'm not doing that, but I'm just a slight thing. Yeah, so he likes inflation. Gee, I'm not shocked that a furry likes inflation. I guess inflation is a big kink for a lot of furries for some fucking reason, and I never really understood it. Like, you'll accidentally come across an image of like Sonic it like as a ball or inflated. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Whatever. I never understood it. All right. Come milking, dirty talking. Oh, dirty. How is that a fetish? Like dirty talking, like everyone likes a good like dirty talking when you're with someone every once in a while, but different species, obviously he likes dragons. I mean, that makes sense. Exotic species. Fellatio. I mean, that's pretty vanilla. Handcuffs. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. Humor comedy. I never really considered humor and comedy a kink, but all right. And then domination stuff, predator stuff. Oh, reptiles makes sense given him he's a dragon. Quadrupeds means four-legged species. So like he's a four-legged species because he's a dragon. Size difference. Vor, I never really got vor much either. I don't really get that. Why would you want to get eaten? I never understood that. Even as a furry, I don't want to get fucking eaten. I'm like, what? I don't know what the fuck tail sex even is. I don't even know. I can imagine what it is, but I have no fucking idea. What even is this video? Everything involving anal stuff, I guess he likes. I mean, fair enough. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gay in the first place anyway, so I mean, makes sense. And again, there's nothing wrong with being gay. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So I'm like, do you, I guess, whatever. Except for anal vor. I don't know if I can get into anal vor. I'm pretty sure most gay people don't know about that. Oh my god. Ass to mouth? Oh, you never go ass to mouth. Come on. Blindfolds, biting, begging. Oh, bukkake. Canines. I mean, I never, like, why are they bothering putting different species on here? I mean, like, I obviously it's for furries and stuff, but, like, do people really have, like, a fetish for different certain species, I guess? I mean, penis growth, I guess maybe he's feeling a little inadequate. I'm not sure. Penis vor. Oh, that's great. What? Crotch sniffing. Okay. Digimon. Oh no, those poor Digimon. No. Oh no. Fae, fantasy, felines. Let's see. Gangbangs. I don't even want to know what hot dogging is. I don't even know. Inexperienced partners. Again, more species. Large balls. Lycanthropes? Okay, like I can see werewolves as being pretty sexy sometimes. Yeah, I can see that. Leash and collar? Okay. I mean, I can see some of this stuff. Massages? Yeah, I get that. Moogles? I don't know about Moogles. I don't even know what orientation play is. Polyamory. Of course. Every furry seems to be polyam nowadays. I never really understood that, but this is a long list. I mean, it makes sense that things that he's not interested in would be long, considering all the crazy amounts of shit that are even on this list to begin with. Like, again, half the shit, I don't even know what the hell it is. Where was I? Again, more roleplay stuff. Rimming. Bath scenes, sci-fi. Sentient cocks. That's a new one. Like, oh, your cock starts talking to you one day. What? I would be freaked out if my penis just starts talking every one day. What the fuck? Shrinking, micro. Yeah, that makes sense. Skinny characters? Are you fat shaming Darziac? Is that what you're doing right now? I don't even know what somnophilia is. I don't want to know. Please don't tell me. Throat penetration. Transformation makes sense considering he's a furry again. Vampires. All right, let's see stuff that he absolutely does not like. Age progression. Now that's a little worrying, I guess. I mean, like, you have age regression over here. So you like people being regressed to a younger age, but you don't like them being progressed to an older age. That's a little worrying. Age differences. That's also a little worrying. Again, maybe these are reasons why he likes DSP so much. I mean, DSP has done that himself. Obviously, he probably doesn't like abuse, doesn't like amputees. Thank God, at least there's something normal he doesn't like. Armpits. I never really got that either. You don't like ass growth. Why don't you like ass worship? Come on. I mean, there is such a thing as too big for asses, but I mean, a perfect size ass. Blood play. Body hair doesn't like that. Body writing. I don't know what that is. Doesn't like anything to do with breasts. I guess that's not surprising. But then why do you like DSP? He has like the biggest tits. Doesn't like cannibalism, but he likes vor. Unrealistic vor. Predator vor. Prey vor, but doesn't like cannibalism. So he'll eat anyone, but he won't eat dragons? Because, like, if his character is a dragon, and he's role-playing or imagining a scenario where he's eating people, other furries, he likes that. But if he was imagining a scenario where his character was eating another dragon, he doesn't like that, I guess. I mean, all right. Death, degradation, diapers. Oh, look, at least he does not like diapers. We can give him that. You have one up on a mouse. We'll give you that. Drugs. Enemas, don't like that. Don't like females. So I guess he is gay. Again, there's nothing wrong with being gay, just confirmation there. Doesn't like. Hold on, I gotta burp again. Again, there's so again, why does he like DSP if DSP has some really big ones? But to be fair, we don't know, like, not every fan of DSPs likes him sexually. That's just OIC that likes him sexually, right? Anyway. But anyway, I digress. That's basically all I really wanted to go over. Was just like, as from one furry to another, just looking at their online public gallery and their likes and dislikes. Also wanted to clear the air on a few things that some other detractors might not understand about furries. Just because he has the list, like, again, I've seen other furries use that website before. I'm pretty sure just because they have the list doesn't mean they're actually doing all that crazy shit in real life. It just mostly means, like, when it comes to like fantasy scenarios or role playing, that's like they can show that list to other participants that are going to be role playing with them, so they know what lines to cross and what lines not to cross when they are planning out their fantasy scenarios when they role play with other people. Because role playing is a big facet for the furry community. I'm pretty sure that's why that website exists in the first place, I think. But anyway, just wanted to clear the air on that. Again, I'm not really defending him. He doesn't really need to be defended. He's not this horrible monster that's like Derek, right? He's not a fucking Derek. He's not out there sexualizing children or going after children like fucking Derek. Or I don't really know him based on his character. We don't know enough about this guy to judge his character like we do DSP, like we do OIC, like we do Derek, right? I don't think he has enough of online footprint to really gather any sort of personality too much, other than what he talks about in DSP's chat, which, as far as I can see, is just him hand-holding him in terms of tech shit and giving him money, right? And while I don't like DSP, it's not like I hate any of his... I'm going to rephrase that. I hate OIC, I hate Derek, but other than those two people, it's not like I'm out here actively hating on or wanting to harass fans of DSP. I'm not even out here harassing DSP himself. I am a very small channel. All I'm doing is sitting back and laughing at publicly available information that is provided to me or that I can easily search for that is not hidden. So there's that. I don't really have anything against Darziac or any DSP detractor other than Derek and possibly OIC. Unless it comes to light that there's another pedophile in DSP's chat. Obviously, I don't condone that. Obviously. Want to be on the record for that. Pedophilia is very bad. Don't fucking do it. But other than that, I want to do another stream because I got a lot of stuff to catch up on DSP stuff. So maybe I'll do another one either tonight, maybe in a couple days, depending on when this actually goes up. So look forward to that. Hopefully you found this educational in some way about Darziac or just about furries in general. Because I've seen a lot of misinformation in the DSP detractor community, if you want to call it that, right? Seen a lot of misinformation about furries and what furries are. Most furries don't identify as their persona unless they specifically state that they're Aetherian or otherkin, which, again, I've seen no evidence to show that Darziac is one. But yeah, that was basically all I wanted to cover for this video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you found this entertaining and or educational in some way. And I'll see you again for more regularly scheduled content. Have a good one, everyone. See you later.